Hiya guys, it's Waz with part 8 of the big Titan build, and as you can see I finally made the mega rockets. Now I've been on Facebook already with these bad boys, so some of you have seen them already if you were friends with me on Facebook, but you know, a video is better than pictures, but pictures you can pick up loads of detail on. So I'm going to do the video and then I'll do some pictures at a later date. I still need to do pictures of the Warlord Titan of the legs, but I haven't done them yet. So yeah. So these are the mega rockets. I've had to build them with this part on them. Now I was going to build them without that part on them, and then I thought, do you know what? It's going to be getting moved around the Warlord Titan. It's going to be disassembled, reassembled, and if you've got little tiny brackets like these, they'll get broke off easy. So I've decided just to make it like this. But end of the day, it's a model, so these will be sat on its back part of the model, shoulders sort of below the shoulders at the back, and I explained last time where they're going to go. On the next video, hopefully these will be fitted, and I'll show you exactly where they're going to be fitted to. But I just wanted to show you this part of it. Now, hang on a sec. So I made these from some black pipe. So this is the black pipe here, and you can get this from most DIY shops and other places like that sell plastic pipe. And what I did with this is, all I did was I cut it to the size I needed. So I cut it to about that size there. I don't know what the measurements were, just you do it to whatever you want to do it to. And then all I did then was wrap it in thin plastic card. Okay, so you can see the bottom part of it there, what I'm tapping on now. So that's thin plastic card. And what that does is I cover it in liquid poly, Umbro liquid poly. And then I cover the card in Umbro liquid poly. Put the card on, so it's half and half on. And then I move it slightly like that with the pipe. And what that does is, because it's melting the plastic, it helps bond it to this pipe. Okay, and then I make sure that it wraps around and rejoins the plastic. So I'm sticking styrene to styrene. All right, so eventually it wraps all the way around, sticks a little bit to styrene, glue it down, and then I'll scrape it with my knife to try and get a smooth edge, and then I'll file it. Yeah, it comes up pretty well, to be honest with you. I mean, that there is the join, okay, of the two styrenes when they get together, and then all I've done is scraped it with my knife, and then I filed it with some nail board, the nail boards that I use. You can pick the nail boards up quite I get mine from eBay. They come from China, and the nail boards, these are the nail boards here. So you get a fine side and a rough side, a really rough side, and they're perfect. They're brilliant. And the cheapest chips, I think I paid about £1 for 10. So yeah, so that's again utilising bits and pieces that I've got around the house. So I'll move that one over there, because this is the one I want to show you. This is the one that's finished now. All right, so this bracket here, what I'll do with that is I'll put something in the middle here that goes along there like so, and then I will stick some tubing on that, because this will go onto the shoulder of the Titan, and it will stay there on the shoulder of the Titan. So so it'll be, hopefully, it'll be in roughly that position there, and then when you put that onto the Titan, it'll stay there with very little, you know, movement. I mean, once it's all painted up, I might just glue them on so they're there permanently, and just make this the thing that comes off. But I've not decided yet. I've not decided which route I'm going to go down. You see, I might just try something to tie it in, like a little bracket or something that locks onto that and locks onto that. maybe a piece of wire that goes into there and goes into there, and you can lock it in, and then that'll be it. It won't budge off of that, because once it's on that, it's fairly solid, if I'm honest. So yeah, actually that's the one that goes on there. I know this because that there, I'd finished them bits there on the first rocket, which was built on this, and this is the second rocket because I haven't finished it yet completely. But yeah, I thought they turned out pretty well. I thought they looked pretty orky. I am really chuffed with how these turned out. I really do think they look really orky, especially when they're painted up and you get these black and white squares effect going on the rocket itself. This bottom part here, that's from a toy of my son that we threw away, and then and I thought, you know what, I'll put them to one side. This was years ago. It's like a little garage, and they were stands. They sat on the floor like that, and they came to about this height, and then you put the road piece on top of them. So all I did was cut it off in a nice area there with my micro saw. I filed it down, and then I glued it with super glue to this, and then I've added a bit of green stuff here. I've added these brackets here, just to give it that bit of support when it's sat on here, because sometimes when you glue this sort of plastic to styrene plastic, doesn't always work, especially if it's in an awkward position or it's you know, something that's maybe going to get hit a bit. So yeah. So again, all I did with this part here is I made a cone shape out of 4 pieces of plastic card, and then I filled it in with milliput. And then once I was happy with the shape, because I filed it, scraped it, because what I did was, once with the milliput, you can scrape it really easy like that, and you can get the shape what you like. And once I was happy with the shape, I just covered it in green stuff, and then did the battered metal effect. I think the battered metal effect works really well, especially when it's painted up. It goes really well, and it's just again, I'm just trying to blend this type of battered look with the inserted rivets to this bit here and to these, because I've done it all over the Titan. And once the Titan's completely finished, you'll just see the different textures of metal that I've made from scratch. So it'll all come together eventually, and it'll look pretty cool. So it's becoming a bit of an epic build. I mean, you can see the size of these rockets. I did post a picture on Facebook of the truck which had this on. Now this is my Forge World truck. I absolutely love this truck. This is one of my favourite things from Forge World. One of, don't get me wrong, I love everything Forge World does, even the horrible shitty Marines stuff. I love everything about Forge World. I love everything about Games Workshop, if I'm honest. I love everything about modelling. So I'm quite passionate about it all. so yeah. But yeah, anyway, I've built a truck similar to this. It's not a million miles away from how this truck looks right now. So I'm just going to bring it down to about this level. Now, my truck is similar to this, because I love this shape. I think Forge World did an absolutely amazing job on this truck. And I wish they'd do some other ones. But the plan is, on my truck, which when Trevor sends me it back, I intend to do something like this. Now, bear with me, because I've not planned this bit, and it doesn't usually sit right. So this is if I remember right, there's an epic model, and it's a tracked vehicle, and it's got this massive rocket thing on the back of it, and it just rolls into battle like that. Now, my plan is, with the truck that the green one is producing, I'm going to take that truck back, and I'm going to produce a bracket like this, and I'm going to build another rocket to sit onto that truck. I've also got plans to build a tracked vehicle that does almost the same thing as this, and I think it'll be awesome. I think it'll turn out so well. I can't wait to get my truck back off of Trevor and have a play with it and do this. So yeah, so that's the plan. So what do you think? Do you like it? Does it look good? Is it cool? or what. I think it looks absolutely epic, especially on this truck, because this truck, like I said, guys, I absolutely love this truck from Forge World. I think Forge World and Games Workshop produce some absolutely beautiful models. So anyway, but it's also a good thing for scale. Look, you can see how big these models are. Imagine that, like that, a double one. So yeah, cool. Right, guys, that's it for the video. So you've been treated this week. You've had 2 videos, I think. So that's all right. And I'll try and get some more work done. Try and see what I can do with the body. Get some more of that work done. I'm making a leaving present for someone at the moment. It's not Orc related or even wargaming related. It's not. But I might show you a video on that. It's quite a cool little model, if I'm honest. It's still a model, like, but yeah, I'm doing a leaving present for someone, so my time's had to be spread between that, this, and other things. I bought some other bits and pieces as well, just to see what they're like from other companies, believe it or not. And so I'm just pottering around, messing about with things. But yeah. Anyway, right, guys, I'm off. I'm starting to witter on now, and you want to really hear about models more than my life. So right, guys, see you later.